Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jeff Newton with Americano Mondays, and I am back for week 20 of the AM Weekly video series. I just want to take a second to kind of think about that. 20 weeks of AM Weekly here on the YouTube channel. For some reason, 20, when I was writing down kind of like a couple outline notes this morning, I was like, oh wow, week 20, that's freaking awesome. When I first started thinking about doing a weekly video series here on YouTube, I think it was like maybe December or so, 2017, I have an Evernote document where I thought about one of the things I was worried about was consistency and about actually following through. Those have sometimes been my issues with social media and with other stuff about trying to keep a consistent presence on there. And it's hard enough on Instagram sometimes, and that's for photo. This is YouTube, this is video, this is editing, this is tons more work, and I wasn't sure if I could do it even one video a week. And I know it may sound simple, a backdrop, a camera, a microphone, sometimes a light, sometimes some other elements, but it actually hasn't gotten any easier over the 20 weeks because of time constraints and other stuff. But you know, I haven't allowed those to be an excuse, and I'm not gonna allow those to be an excuse. I'm gonna follow through. I'm gonna do this. And I just wanna say thank you to everybody who's come along with me on this 20-week journey so far. I'm gonna keep pushing through no matter how busy I get, or this or that, or life, or whatever. Actually, before I forget, I wanna show off my favorite new coffee cup that I have. Let's get it in focus. Filter coffee, not people, from the Department of Brewology. I want to talk about a few things this week that I think are kind of pertinent, and also just a follow-up to week 19. Last week, that first freaking video that I ever released late so far in the series. I'm so pissed off. I released it 1 hour and 20 minutes past my self-induced timeline. So thankfully it wasn't a lot, but it still pissed me off that I released it late, so I apologize. I was very upset with myself that I couldn't get it in that weekly schedule, but not gonna happen with this video. I'm back on track, I'm freaking rocking out. I'm actually feeling really pumped because of this past week. This past week, I've had some really good things happen, more internally than externally, but yes, I've had some good things happen. To follow up on last week's video, I want to talk about, I had mentioned I was thinking about hiring a consultant, a paid consultant, to help me with figuring out all the issues with sponsorship and everything else, and I have decided to move forward and hire this woman. She comes very highly recommended from a few good friends of mine, photographers who have worked with her for years, and it was very interesting. In our first few exchanges, just via email. I haven't paid her yet, we haven't had any conversations yet, but I noticed that she had followed me on my social media accounts, and she even sent me a couple quick little, just like literally a couple notes that were so simple, but also made me really rethink Americano Mondays in a sense. It was one of the, sometimes it's one of those quick little simple things that just really is like, oh snap, yeah, wow. Okay, I didn't think about that. Thank you. And I haven't even paid her yet. So I'm really excited because she almost kind of called me out on something. Not in a bad way, but it was like, dude, step it up. You're more than this, you can do this. And it was very interesting. And it really made me have to go internally and think like, wow, okay, I need to rethink Americano Mondays in a certain ways and think about what it can be and where it can go. And it's really kind of led me down a couple awesome journaling sessions, and I've had a really interesting week of kind of revelations, but they're not even revelations, they're just evolutions in the sense of where I've already wanted to take Americano Mondays, but I wasn't sure. But this was definitely one of those like, yes, okay, I see this now. I see where I can go with this, and I see what I can do. And so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I wish I could say more about it, but I'm still trying to figure it all out right now. My wife and I had a nice long conversation last night. Let's just say I'm gonna be putting every ounce, every fiber of my body into Americano Mondays right now, the book and beyond. And I'm really excited about it, and I really feel like it's gonna lead to some really cool stuff. Awesome content, more consistency, and who knows what else. Like I said, I've got a couple really good journaling sessions, but I need to also take action. I can't just sit there and journal and live in a dream world and everything. I've gotta have action. And again, it's not even, sometimes the most revelatory things are the most basic things because you've already been working towards them, and that's how I felt this week. Also, kind of on a side note, in the journaling session kind of like mindset, I use the Evernote to my iPad, and sometimes I'd use the keyboard, but I also use the Apple Pen, which I love. Apple Pen, pencil, what's it called? I don't remember. Because I used to love journaling in moleskin journals and other things, but I want to have it digitized. I want to be able to go through it, and I don't really carry a journal as much anymore, which is freaking heresy, because I went from like 2 decades of always having a journal with me to now doing it digitally, which that was a really big transition for me. But yeah, that's something else. But I had one of those journaling sessions this week, just really quick. I was explaining it to my wife last night, almost nonchalantly, just journaling. And I kind of made a statement to myself in the journal. I was like, whoa, do I really feel that way? Is that really the direction I want to go? And it was very like, I had to sit there and think about it. I had to analyze my own, like, what did my hand just write? Yeah, actually, I really do want to go that direction, and I am going to really push for that. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, cool. Let's make some changes. Let's freaking rock it out. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that right now. So yeah, reality check. I just had to pause real quick because my wife just called. I'm recording these on Sunday mornings now while they're at dance class, and my wife just called and said they're downstairs in the car ready to go have coffee. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Yeah, this is the reality of doing a weekly video when you have such limited time. One of the other things that I've been brainstorming about and have been working on is my weekly schedule. And I've set aside a certain amount of hours per day now that no matter what, I'm gonna be focusing solely on the book. Nothing else will get in the way of that, no matter what. And I hopefully won't even be checking email or anything else, social media or whatever. And that's how important getting this book out and finishing this book is, and working on the layout and the editing and the text and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But last thing that I want to talk about real quick, and I just want to give a shout out to my friends Tony and Sumi, who run Yes Please Coffee. They just launched their Kickstarter campaign this past week. It's doing amazing already, but I would love for people to check it out. They're good friends of mine. I actually have a short film for my AM Ritual series that I've done. I did another one, I can't remember which side it's gonna be, but I'll post the one that I released a while back on Lost Boy, the illustrator. And Tony is going to be the second video. This is before Yes Please was launched, so it's gonna be more focused on Tony. But yeah, it's gonna be the AM Ritual video series, and I'm excited for them because they've got a whole new subscription service coming out, and they're doing some really cool stuff with it. I don't wanna say too much, because yeah, watch the video. If you get a chance, support them. If not, it's cool, but at least maybe share that. Really excited for them, so cool. I hope everybody's well. I'm really excited about what's coming up for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to share more and more as I go. Hopefully I'll be able to be doing more of these videos and more other elements. Thank you so much, everybody. I really freaking appreciate everybody who's been watching these. I really appreciate it. It's like, yeah, big time. So cool. All right, thanks. Peace out.